behind.
Oh yeah,
You know?
that's
Yeah,
mine. Mine
I know.
doesn't.
Damn. Yeah, but we could have done five if you needed to.
It's all good. I'm here. I don't stop.
How's everything, bro? How's you and your wifey?
Good. So we just kind of settled in the new home. You
Into
know,
Lakeland, right?
Lakeland, yeah.
How was the
So
second hurricane?
it was a breeze for us, man. It was just lots of rain. It was beautiful for us. I enjoyed it, right? But I say that we're more to the people that got affected, but it was cool for us.
Okay, good, bro. Good. How's your baby?
Getting big, man. Big, smart, and just chunky. Yeah,
Really
man.
good, bro. Bro,
Yeah.
let's get into it. I don't want to take, that much of your time. I talked to Alicio last week. Okay. I told him, I'm looking to raise capital, obviously, just so I can scale fast. So he told me you had about 8 years of experience on the trucking industry, on the trucking world. Okay, so I've been talking to a guy. He pretty much is plugged in with wealthy families. Okay, I mean the deals that they do, to be honest, they don't fund anything that is 500 mil and below. Okay, there are some cases depending on how sweet the deal is, but they're looking for big money. So I talked to the guy and he said, dude, I can probably help you. But he gave me a list things to do. Okay, one of the things is I need somebody with experience on this industry, okay, that has been in this industry for a minute. Okay, so I wanted to see, how long. First, if you're interested, okay, I will make you like a small percentage owner. The goal is to raise capital and then just dump it all into trucks. Okay, that's literally the goal. Also is to give investors, not only for them to diversify their portfolio, but also give them a percentage. Okay, give them a percentage. I'm doing a different model. But that's all speculative until they say, because they, bro, like hedge funds, they're just sharks. Okay, they'll be like, okay, I'll take 95%. They just fucking want to take everything. So
Yeah.
it all depends how we raise the money. There's two ways I can raise money. I can either go to hedge funds, which is a little bit tough because they're gonna look into everything, or I can raise from seasoned investors. Just go directly to investors and then target them and show them the proposal and X, Y, and Z.
Cool.
Okay, so those are the two ways that I'm looking at. I already talked to two people, um, to two companies. Okay, I have to restructure my business, restructure a couple things. It's just time and money, to be honest, but the upside is pretty good. If I can get a million every month to dump into trucks, obviously that benefits you guys and also benefits me. It benefits everybody. You know what I'm saying? So those are the two ways that I'm looking to raise money. I'm just giving you like kind of like a very fast overview of what I'm planning on doing. Okay.
Cool. Yeah, it's the full context of what's
All
going
right.
on.
Full context, fast. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm planning on doing. You know how you guys are raising money from like people that you know, or friends and family and friends of friends and referrals that's going to the same network.
Yeah.
Me, it will be to restructure my business for me to get approved by the SEC, and then for me to be able to raise capital the legal way by offering those new investors a percentage.
All
Okay,
right.
so that's the way I'm looking at it. So, bro, do you have any questions for the way?
Um, so you were saying about making me part equity. So I'm trying to figure out, like, I'm always open to open opportunity. You know that. I just know Elicio, when people propose, like you're Alicio's boy, so I know it's gonna be open doors to you. But I did hear conversations where people are trying to bring their way of doing business and try to integrate with ours, right? And Alicio, so the fact that you already ran this with Alicio, you probably greenlighted it. But I know Alicio was always saying like we got to be careful with how we work with organizations or groups of people that want to monetize on top of the way we lease out the trucks, right? Example, Archie, you know who Archie is, right?
Yeah, I know, Archie. Yeah.
Archie, his because he has hedge funds and all that stuff. He was trying to get a couple of M's, and then he gets trucks from us, and then he monetizes off of the investors in like a middleman between us.
Correct.
So
Okay.
so that sounds like, I'm not sure if that's exactly what you're proposing. Like we do our own thing on top of like a layer on top of automated trucking. And we're, obviously always open for that. We just gotta be careful how we do it legally, apparently, because they just
Correct. Yeah. So with that, obviously, so there's no conflict of interest. So it is a little bit of gray area. Okay. So I'm looking, obviously, I'm getting consultation to make sure we don't step in people's boundaries.
yeah,
Okay. So for example, when you guys decide to exit your company, they're not gonna go to mine and say, oh, well, you benefited through here by doing this and that. But the way around it is, let's say if you got some trucks under your girl's name, okay, I can make her part of the company. Okay, therefore you both benefit also.
all right,
Okay. You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
It gives me leverage to be more for the investors to feel comfortable. You know what
100%.
I'm saying? So
Yeah,
that's what it is. But either way, yeah, I can make her or somebody that you trust, okay, just for consulting. Because at the end of the day, I'm gonna be raising the money. I'm gonna be on the fair. I'm gonna be doing everything. You know what I'm saying? So I just need, like, for
yeah,
example, I give an example. I have a boy. His he's actually in your area. They own about 33 Taco Bells. Okay, in the Tampa area. Okay. The way
nice.
they were able to raise money, they made one of the head managers like a 0.15% partner. Okay. What was the whole thing? Investors wanted to know that, make sure that for the business not to fail, even though there's contracts between automated trucking and Chris and then everything else, they just want to feel more secure that, hey, there's somebody that has experience over watching it. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
that so when you like, for example, if you're looking to go into real estate, I have experience raising money and I've been 8, 10 years, and I can prove that I've been 8, 10 years that I have raised money, that I have done many flips. You will leverage me for that. You see
sounds
what I'm
good.
saying?
No,
So
actually, that makes sense.
yeah, so that's the way around it. I'm still getting consulting on it. Okay. The meeting that I have at 5 is with the guy that's kind of, we're seeing how we're gonna structure and how we're gonna present it.
All right,
So we're still up on if we need to bring somebody in, because yeah, Chris, he's already been in the business since '08. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't want to, like, spend a lot of money and then people say, oh, we can't do it because you just been on the industry for 2 months.
100%. I
You
got
see
it.
what I'm saying? So,
So yeah,
so
I
that,
mean, you have your due diligence. You're doing your due diligence right now, and you're
so
making
that's
sure.
100%. Yeah.
All right, across all
Because
the dots.
I still got to get it approved by the SEC. There's still a lot of back end work before we've been presented to investors.
Cool. All right. So yeah, just let me know. Open book over here.
Okay, so my question is, you've been doing the trucking automation since how long?
So this whole trucking automation concept stemmed from I was doing brokering about 10 years ago. Like I was
Okay,
actually the one talking to shippers and talking to drivers and keeping the drivers on the road with my shippers' cars, right?
okay,
So that's about 10 years ago. It evolved 2 to 3 years later. I saw the power in software and automation. So I started a company called Kinetic, where we're building the same software that I used to run my freight brokerage for the work, like nationwide. So other brokers could use my software to automate their business. Right. So then I was building that for about 6 years, and then enter scene automated trucking. Automated trucking is now, I leverage myself even more, where we're just plugging people in all the right places, right? Someone to
okay.
manage
The,
trucks.
the the brokering, you were doing the brokering from drivers or truckers to dispatch.
I was working with both shippers and drivers. I was in between. I was the one managing from pickup to delivery.
Okay, from pickup to delivery. Now that has been, from my understanding, that has been outsourced, right, to one of these companies, right? AKL, I think it is. Let me see.
Well, now we're full on relying, like my day to day is I rely full on AKL transport to handle the hiring of the drivers, hiring, you know, or buying the trucks, managing the leases, making sure that the carriers are doing their job to make sure that the trucks are staying full. Brokers are finding us business to get, the carriers work. So right now we're full on relying on AKL transport and Chris essentially. Chris is that guy that streamlines the whole process now. Like
Okay, but
my job right now is to make sure that the software is there to keep everybody on the same page.
okay, but so who owns AKL and Associates? You own it?
No, that's Chris's part.
Okay, so Chris owns AKL and Associates, and he also owns Southern Truck Leasing.
Correct.
Okay, and you work for AKL and Associates.
No, we manage AKL and Associates. We have we're partnerships. We have a partnership with AKL and Southern Truck Leasing.
Okay, as in you're talking about from the automate truck and automation IO.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so those two companies are owned by Chris.
Correct.
Okay, and how long have you had those trucks for?
All right, so Chris had 200 trucks. I don't even know. I gotta find out. It's been for some years. But we started our relationship with him about a year and a half now. So we've had our own trucks with him for about a year and change.
Okay, so a little bit over a year. Okay, and on your own, how many trucks have you had on your own, or how? Yeah, like you said, you've been in trucking for 8 years. How many you had trucks before on the road before partnering up with Chris?
I stayed risk-free by I work with the owner operators. So we created a contract agreement between the owner operators.
Okay.
So owner operators had their own trucks, and I made sure that they had the proper insurance. They're authorized to ship stuff with the government. And then we created invoices. So then I would owe these drivers X amount as long as they pick up the load and deliver, in a timely fashion.
Okay, so you were doing that before AKL.
Yeah, that was up until AKL. I was the one making sure the deals were happening. Drivers had work. They were authorized to ship stuff. Insurance was valid. Shippers had good stuff to give us to ship. Like I was running the show until AKL Transport. I'm just, I'm full on in charge of tech.
You're full on in charge of AKL transports?
No, just tech, the technology between.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so how long you been in trucking for? Um, like altogether, like 8 years, you will say?
Oh, let me take a look.
Just a random, just a like whatever you can remember.
Time's blurring, so I can't even I would say 10 years and it'd be like 15 years. I've been saying the same thing for the past how long?
For the past 5 years.
Yeah. So realistically, the first company that this really started was Phoenix Towing. Phoenix. Actually, let me see if I can look it up.
How many trucks you currently have?
41.
Nice.
Trying to keep up with freaking Elysium, man. I think this is steamroll.
He's just dumping everything in there, huh?
Yeah, everything. Balls to the wall. Like I sometimes try to cash out, just to buy a stupid toy or something. And he's like, well, all right, cool. If you do that, then the next batch, I'll just use whatever you didn't, whatever trucks you didn't get. Because we're only limited to a certain amount of trucks per week. So we don't bottleneck our clients, right? Because we can only get about 50 trucks on the road a month now. So if me and Alicia are the one buying all the trucks, then it pushes our clients' payout days longer. So it's just a total mess. I'm like, damn it. But whatever. He's keeping me patient because if it was me, I'd spend it as fast as it comes. Let's see, Benjamin. Let's say, let me just take a picture worldwide. DW kind of fix them worldwide.
Bro, by the way, were payouts sent out today? Because I didn't get a payout today.
Let me see. Oh, I didn't get mine either. Let me see. What time does it usually come out? Usually last week it was early
Monday.
last. Yeah, it was 7 a.m. September 30 came late, came around 6. But usually it goes out at the 7:40 in the morning. Yeah, mine didn't hit yet. I saw Alicios. The bigger ones go out on Sundays. 2015, so 10 years.
Since 2015.
Yeah.
Does your girl have any trucks?
Not yet. Oh man. Christmas, I think
Uh,
that's surprising. I'll wait. She can wait a little bit
Huh?
longer. I think Christmas, I'm gonna surprise her with something cool.
Chris gonna surprise her? What do you mean?
Like get her start helping her build her own fleet, you know?
Oh, okay.
I mean she has no real crazy desires for anything crazy. She just wants to make sure that we're having a good time. Like I asked her like what kind of car you want? She'll be like a Honda Accord. I'm like, come on, not a Ferrari or a
Bro,
Benz. I mean, like,
have you
yes, I love her.
seen,
She's humble, but jeez.
bro, have you seen the Rolls Royce Cullinan? They just came out with a new body kit for 2025. So in the next 6 months, bro, we're gonna see a lot of them dropping price.
20,
So you're actually gonna be able to get a Cullinan 2019, 2020, 2022 for around 220, 225 with a clean title. So that's fucking cheap for a Cullinan, you know? Because they were about 400,000, 500,000 for a brand new one.
oh man, this one all black. This would be
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? So,
And she says it. She's like, she kind of likes this too because she said DJ Khaled's wife, Nicole, this is what she drives with the kids. And she's like, I
oh,
like
the
it.
Cullinan, yeah,
Yeah,
I will get her like a maybe between 25 and 35,000 miles, just so the full depreciation is there. You know, at least 60, 70% of the depreciation is there. And
nice.
now
And it's
just
still
wait
like
a
a
few
new
years,
car at that
bro.
level.
What's that?
And it's at 20,000 miles, it's still like a brand new car.
Oh, it's a brand new car, bro. And there, bro, I like, so I heard the new body kit a couple days ago that the 2025 is a new body kit. So every time there's a new body kit, everything prior is gonna just go down in price. So you're gonna start seeing them drop. So right now they're around 220. You'll see them 220. I'm talking about for a good one, good specs. You'll start seeing them drop down to like 205 in the next couple of months. Like by December, we should be seeing around 200s.
This thing is ridiculous. I love
And
it.
that's really good.
Yeah. Yeah. Shoot. Trading. We have a TIG one right now. I'll definitely trade that thing in.
Huh?
I was thinking about getting something nice to like as a family sedan.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see.
Yeah, bro.
Let's see.
And it's a humble car. I mean, if you get like a 2021 or a 2019, 2020, it's a humble car.
I'll just put some wheels on it. That's all I would do.
Oh, bro, 1,000%. A million percent.
Yeah, let's
Bro,
go.
anyways, so how did you think? Because I mean, about the whole conflict of interest. I still don't know. Obviously, I don't know that, and I don't want to get you guys anything involved. But I did ask Alicio. He's like, dude, he said, Colin, he has about 8 years of experience. So I said, how about Trey? He's like, Trey does also, but all three of you are part of that company. You know what I'm saying? So I'm
Yeah,
like, damn, okay. So you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, let me see. You know what I'm saying? What can I pull? Do you know somebody who's been in the industry for a minute? Or who has trucks that have been in the industry for a minute?
I do. A friend of mine, Ben.
If
Um,
trustworthy, like you know him for a minute.
yeah, we've been trying to. He's the partner that I've tried a lot of opportunities with, and he doesn't stop. He's like, he's ready to get 2, 3 trucks himself. He wanted to meet Chris, go see the lot. And then once he's convinced this is something that's real, he'll start pouring into it. He's ready to sell
Yeah.
some property. I'm like, come learn this first. Don't just pour all your eggs in one basket. But the reason I'm bringing him up is he's personally had some trucks. I'm not gonna say he had success with it because he went out, poured money to the trucks, trusted a partner that was more about like the lifestyle, and they ran it down to the ground. Right. The reason why I didn't get the trucks is they convinced me to stick to tech. I'm better off in computers than get on the road myself, learning that space. But he's a solid guy. We could run this conversation by him. I'm sure he'd be like
Yeah, but
interested.
so he don't have any trucks currently?
Currently, no. He shifted his full attention into like he started his own boat brand. He's manufacturing boats from the ground up. He'll get the whole paint. So he's competing with like a tender, sailfish, and these people. That's his current industry. He see me taking off in trucking, so he's looking to come back into it.
Okay, so he wasn't that successful at it. Okay, okay.
Yeah, other than that, like I'm the only one until recently, like I was like the only one that was like kind of honed in. I have a brother that's into it too, but not sure if he'd be because he's trying to build an app, so he's focused on just that. Let me think. Yeah, it's just me until like Chris and Alicia and Trey. I have a bunch of users, but I don't want to like build a relationship with them on that level to build a business with them,
1000%. Yeah. Okay, I'm sure I'll figure something out. I'll talk to the guy today.
So
And
like,
I'll
what I'm saying, what I'm thinking, the conflict of interest is more of we don't know. You know what I'm saying? If we get the right counseling and someone explained to us how to structure the deal, holding account, whatever, we can structure it smart, right? I understand this is just about like filling in the blanks of whatever the criteria these people are looking to lend on, the hedge funds. So we find out the criteria, find out the do's and the don'ts, we get the proper attorneys to structure this thing correctly. You have me for like your full exposure. Um,
exactly.
so just I guess at this point we just gotta figure out what works best.
Exactly. Yeah, that's kind of the same boat where I am. I've been doing the financials, I've been doing the numbers just to show them something today. Because I literally have nothing like I fucking money coming in and the contracts and that's it. But
Yeah.
what I do have is that I used to manage properties. Okay. So I have a company that's been open since 2015 that shows positive. Okay. So I show you showing positives. Now I'm shifting from real estate to trucking. Okay, but it's the same company is still showing positive. So for seasonal investors, they trust more than I'm willing to put my company on the line. A company that's been open since 2015, so we're looking at 9 years. You know what I'm saying? And their money is backed up by it's called corporate bond. I issue them bonds. It's just pretty much saying, hey, if I default on your money, you can take over the company or a percentage of the company. That's all it is. Okay, just for you to understand a little bit. It's called corporate bond. Okay, so it's backed up by corporate bond, meaning it's backed up by my company. Okay, so they trust them more than, oh, I'm just gonna open a brand new LLC and then run it. You know what I'm saying? So a company that's been open for 9 years is more trusted, even though I am disclosing that this company is going from real estate to trucking, and I only have 2 months experience on it. Okay. Um, it gives you more of a sense. Okay, let me see if I can put my money here. So that's the I want to say that's one of the positives that I have. Another positive is if I bring somebody like yourself in, people just need to feel comfortable. That's all it is. They just need to feel comfortable. And I'm also putting my two trucks on the line, meaning I default on something or I don't follow what the contracts that I have with this seasonal investors, then they can take my trucks too. I'm just very risk averse. Do I fucking put everything on the line, bro? Like I've been up and down so many times. Like for me nowadays is, hey, you're either gonna win big or you're gonna fucking go home to your mom's house big. But
Yeah.
bro, that's just how it is, bro. And if you trust, like I trust God, I have a lot of faith. When you do right by people, you can't go wrong. You know what I'm saying? And also another thing, bro, that I heard Myron Goldman say yesterday, and it's a verse in the Bible. It says and the Bible says it talks about. And I'm butchering it all, but it says pretty much, if you're looking to get wealthy, be of service to other people, or be of service to others. So when you're just working with that mentality, being of service to others, like for example, for me will be, I'm not looking to make any money until my investors get back their full money in full, plus some, and then I keep them on a percentage of perpetuity. Okay, meaning they already got their money back, they already got some money on top of it, and now I'm keeping them as part owners. You see what I'm saying? So when you operate on giving, it's very hard to go down. You know what I'm saying? Because like, dude, I know scammers making $200,000-300,000 a month. Okay, people that I grew up with. Okay, so I'm like, if these people are fucking making money and they're scamming people, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's just very less likelihood of me going down unless God doesn't believe I'm ready for it, because I can go crazy with a lot of money. You know, that's all. That's literally all there's to it.
And it's like it's funny, like scammers, because scammers all the time trying to use my software to fake the funk and scam real users. All I'm learning is scammers just using a real product and it's not delivering on it, right? And I
Bro,
said, and when they call me and they try to scam me, I'm like, yo, you could apply the same energy and effort to a real job and get just as much money. So it just blows my mind when people do this crap. But I guess it's a
bro,
mindset.
I'll tell you this though. What my boy did, which I thought was genius. So there was scammers, same thing, you know, using his brand, selling his product. Okay, so he told them, listen, I'll give you an affiliate link, and you can keep 30% of whatever people come in. And bro, and they overwork. So now he turned the scammers into workers.
Flip them. That's cool. That was genius. That is genius.
You know what I'm saying? That is
Yeah.
genius.
All right.
You
You
know,
got
so you
to
can,
do
you
that mindset.
know, yeah, exactly. So whenever I'm like, dude, I already got the product, just you know, get an affiliate, I'll give you an affiliate link, whatever users you get, I'm gonna give you whatever's on top.
Got
So
to figure
flip
that.
it, because they, bro, these people overwork, bro. Like this dude that I'm talking about, this motherfucker overworks. 3 days, 4 days, because they keep getting shut down. They fucking fight to get back on, you know?
Yeah.
You can do less work and make the same amount of money
Yep.
without having that fucking hassle.
Oh, and worry about someone going to take your head at night. Crazy.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
bro. So yeah, I mean, I don't know if you can try that with your software, you know?
I thought of ways. I even respond to them. Say if you market, just go call all the brokers and tell them about my software. Like same thing. I'll give you some money. But I just never got back. I'm so busy with this other stuff. I just never had time to like nip that in the
Dude,
bud.
whatever happened with the combo we had with the team and you
What do you mean?
with George? Remember we got on the phone with George?
Oh, so I since we spoke, I've been doing this whole moving thing. I'm literally like this is day 2 in my office,
I remember, yeah.
breathing and looking at my computer. Like, all right, let me get. I'm catching up on all my tasks. I'm in a course right now learning a thing called Docker containers. And then once
Okay.
I'm confident, I understand what that is, I'm gonna start outsourcing everything. Like I don't want to. I love coding, right? But I
Okay.
want to spend time with my boy. I want to spend time more doing more things. I want to spend a few hours just like pouring my ideas into something where you guys come in. Like, here's what I think should work, right? And then hand it off. I don't want to slave behind a computer anymore. I've been doing this for like 20 years, so I'm trying to shift how I do. So that now, what I'm saying is, I got my office, my new fortress. That's my new focus is delegating everything down to a science, you know. So what I'm saying is, bear with me. Let me catch up with myself, and
Yeah, yeah, no, I was just wondering. I remember you told me you were moving, and then the hurricane happened, and I'm like, yeah, he's probably busy.
Oh man, listen, today's a little bit of like a breather for me. I get to wake up a little bit calm and collected, and just catch up with everybody. So it's weird how you like hit me up on today. I'm like, all right, God is saying let's get back to work. So it's perfect.
Good, bro. I was gonna ask you, Chris, how long ago you met Chris?
I've known Chris about like almost 3 years. The reason why we didn't have this earlier is because he came to me with this idea, and the same way I'm like I pushed him off too. I said, "Oh, I'm still working on my software. I'm not ready for your business model yet. I will talk to you later." You know what I'm saying? I pushed him off, not thinking like E came in and saw the idea because at that time, 2 3 years ago, I was teaching E how to do auto transport because he was trying to build his own freight brokerage. Problem with freight brokerage, the way I know it was small tickets, and he's not used to small tickets. Like, because
Exactly.
I'm used to calling like 500-600 people a day to make a couple $1,000s a day. He's used to calling 20 people a day to make a couple $1,000s a day. So it was hard to like adapt that. So when I spoke to Chris came with the genius idea of like leasing and then monetizing off the investor's version of a truck. He heard that, and I was like, all right, we could do business, but I don't know how to make money on this on what Chris is doing. So we figured out what Chris does, how he does it, and I was like, maybe we should learn to do this ourselves. Alicia was like, you like to work hard. I don't. Let's just monetize on top of what Chris is doing, make sure everything's legit and legal, contracts are dialed in, and as long as he's doing his part, our investors are happy. Now we have automated trucking. So that's how the whole idea came to be. He heard about it. He got creative around the idea, and he offered like that we do this 50-50 and we build this out together. So then,
Oh, and he's legit. So I guess that's a lot of concerns, you know, because yeah, you know, like Alicia's my boy. I know he's legit. You and me, you through Alicia. Chris, I don't know. You know, I do know Alicia's good at reading people. So he's like, yo, he's legit, you know, but you just never know. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, so that's and people are using me to validate the system. And so here's what I know, right? Because I'm full disclosure. I know trucks generate about 67K a month if they're full on performing, right?
60,
Chris
70.
does own, yeah, Chris does own these trucks. He's cashing out on these trucks. So they're tangible assets, right? It's not like so we're getting money and we're dumping and hoping Chris pays us back. It's like he's really buying trucks. The trucks are really on the street producing. So I did my due diligence. I vetted him. He did, I'm trusting E blindly, but he said he did his due diligence. He vetted him. We had a bunch, and I'm sure you did your due diligence before you got trucks. So now every
Not
moment,
really good. I did my due diligence once. Alicia said, "Yo, wire me fucking 80 bands." So I'm like, okay. He's like, check it around. That was that was my due diligence, bro.
oh
I'll be
shit.
honest, that was my due diligence.
I mean, at first that was my idea, but I don't like that much money. I have to do my part, right? So I did my part. I have my dad works for an attorney company called Brinlaw, right? So I went to them and I
What
said,
is it called? Bro, does your dad has any trucks?
no, he's waiting for me to get. I owe him because he invested into me with the Forex thing and it blew up. So I said, let me pay you out first before,
How much?
my
How
idea was
much?
like it was like 30 grand. It blew up
Okay.
like we doubled it. I pulled some of the money. I was like living off of it for a little bit. So I brought it back down to our skin in the game, down to 30, and it blew like a one night. I was like, motherfucker. So I don't want him to invest in something until I big due on his previous investment.
Gotcha. Okay.
So yeah, my dad's itching. My brother-in-law got, I think, 2 trucks, and I got like 2 or 3 friends ready to jump in it too.
Bro, is your dad an attorney or what is he?
He's a CPA. Well, he's not a CPA. He's an attorney. Not sorry, an accountant.
He's an accountant. Okay.
He didn't finish college to get the CPA, but he knows way more than a regular CPA. So he works for Brin Law. You can look them up. They're fucking. I'm not worried about anything legal because of these motherfuckers. They're equity owners in Brazzers, Pornhub, stuff like that.
And
So
they did due diligence on them?
I have them doing due
Good.
diligence. I'm still submitting documents. So far, they haven't found anything that doesn't make sense. They're more worried about making sure I'm okay too because my name's on the line too. So I'm feeding them documents. They're helping us create a better operating agreement and stuff like that. And they're instructing me to do holding and stuff like that. So they're doing their due diligence. We had a bunch of attorneys. Apparently, there's a Fortune 500 player that has like 20 trucks, I think it is, that did their due diligence. There's people that know my whole history, what high school I went to, and everything. There's people pulling all the strings, like to make sure this is like a good thing. And by right, it should be. We're at the 8-figure mark now. I don't know if he told you that we hit the 8-figure mark. So
8-figure mark on what?
in
On
revenue
money?
that we generated, yeah, nah, I mean like that we've generated so far.
Okay.
So it's at this point it better be legit. But nah, from my research, there's real trucks. They're producing. Apparently, we're only using 60% of our capacity, right? So there's about 40% in queue because the whole thing is the minor to major coverage. Investors like to ask questions like, "What if our truck is down?" Right? So we have a clause where that investor truck is down, we have one in its place until that truck is up and running, right? Or if it's like ruined completely, insurance, all these trucks got insurance to cover it. So we have all these policies and clauses in place to keep the investors continuously getting paid out on the trucks. You know what I'm saying?
Got it, bro. And what is that thing of the buyout? So I saw the contract that said 2 years, you can renew the truck, and then after 5 years, the leasing trucking company will buy you out. What does that mean? For
So
50, something like that.
originally his whole business was built around Chris leasing these trucks to drive like actual drivers that wanted to start their own business. Because
Okay.
we started a freight company, they say like I wake up one day, I'm like, I'm gonna be a truck driver. And I go find out a truck is 80K, then the container is another 30K, so that's 120K in. Then you gotta put down insurance, that's like two to 3 grand a month, right? and then you're on a job driving or you hire somebody and then tires blow out. So owner operating is like a 50-50 thing. If you either know what you're doing, you get the equity to do it, or you come in spread thin and you get lucky and cross that threshold of profitability.
Correct. Uh-huh.
So the reason why I think Chris came to me originally was he's trying to build a system to help sort that out faster, right? Lo and behold, he had a little thing for friends and family where he would manage the trucks for friends and family and pay them out. Because if you'll get to know Chris, from my experience with Chris, he's just about the experience. He knows how to cash flow on his thing. It's something he learned from his dad. But now he's more on like he's more of a family man. He wants to have the experience with his friends. He's not looking to like
Oh, family, man. I seen him with a 22-year-old white girl in Vegas, bro.
I mean, he's a dude at the end of the day, but he still has his 4 kids or 3 kids.
I mean, he's trying to create more families, or what are you talking about?
That's what I think. That's what he's
When you say family,
proposed
man,
to her.
create families. Is that what you, if that
He
what
has
you
a
mean?
ring. He has a rock on that girl's finger already. Like,
That, bro, you know how many guys I know that give literally $35,000 rings to different females, bro.
different females.
Different females, bro. They have like 4 or 5 of them on a payroll, bro. Literally, like they pay their penthouses and they all got rings and they all think they're gonna get married. And he just like, bro, that finesse game when you're loaded, bro. I'll tell you something. Okay, I heard this story about this Arab dude, wealthy guy, son of a sheik. Okay, they make a little bit around $1 million every 2-3 days profit. Okay, the guy doesn't even know anything. Okay,
Fuck.
this dude married virgin 22-year-old Ukrainian girl. She's so excited, okay, because fucking the guy has Bugatti, exotic animal. She's fucking happy, but the guy travels for work, supposedly, to meet fucking important people, whatever.
Yeah.
She thought in her mind, in her right mind, because she's very pretty, the guy's gonna be loyal. Okay. She ends up finding at the beginning, she's so excited. Oh my gosh, the guy, I'm so in love. We got a pet tiger and a pet whatever and a fucking monkey and whatever. She gets married. She comes to find out 8 months later that she's pretty much in a fucking gold prison. Okay, because the guy has many girlfriends. The guy cheats, and I mean, I guess it comes with the territory, but I don't know what these people are thinking. That's what I'm telling you. When you say a Family Guy, like when you have a lot of money, bro, you also have a lot of fucking options.
No, I see that. I'm not knocking the hustle. Like I get it,
You
But
know?
I'm just again from my experience with him. I haven't partied with him yet, like that.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know that side of him to know. I just I go by the stories I'm told. But other than that, when we talk, it's more on like a family friend vibe. He's likes to see his kids. He asks me about mine. So that's the relationship I have with him. I didn't see the other side of him yet.
Oh no, I
PJ.
haven't either, bro. I just seen Trey's story, and then when I asked him, he's like, "Oh yeah, that's Chris." And then like I the story, like, "Oh yeah, that's his girlfriend." I'm like, "Bro, she's like 22." Yeah, I know that's his girlfriend. I'm like, "Okay."
Started fresh, super fresh.
I guess. But I mean, I don't know the guy. He also told me, like, hey, he flies over here in Tampa and he goes back and forth every week, and I'm like, okay. That's also another one of my worries that also I'm putting a lot of things on the line. At the end of the day, business is built on trust too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't mind putting my shit on the line as long as everything is legit. I'm gonna work my ass off to raise money to fucking dump it into this thing. You know what I'm saying? But obviously, I want to do right by investors.
100%. So I say this, like my fear is that like we're building a lot of responsibility on Chris, right? So trust me, every week I talk to Alicia, I'm like, I really want to know, because I know how to do this, but I'm not confident to run the show like Chris does, where he's at 500 and something trucks under his belt, and I never had that kind of capital to do anything close.
Have you guys phoned into his the dispatch? What's the dispatch? That his other company, aka.
So what I'm gonna say is there's two sides to the party, right? There's a carrier network and there's a broker network, right? Dispatcher is just a guy in the middle.
There's a carrier and a what?
And a broker. The two people that run the show are brokers and carriers.
Correct.
Right?
Okay.
Carriers are companies that have fleet of trucks that talk to brokers. They call a broker and say, "Hey, I see you have this load going from Miami to New York. How much you guys paying?" The broker will say $1,500. right? So then the driver takes $1,500, pick it up from the A to Z. The broker made probably $200 on creating that relationship. You see what I'm saying? So that's the realm of this whole space. It gets down to
Right.
like little parts and pieces. What I'm saying this is, I'm confident if we, for whatever reason, Chris is not capable of doing it, I could jump in. I'm not that confident as so my confidence goes as far as I know how to ride a two-wheel bike, but I don't know how to ride a fucking what's that shit called? A gas, like the gas bike, the off-road bikes. I'm scared of that shit. I know how to ride it. I'm afraid of it. You know what I'm saying? E a couple of weeks ago says he's been working with Chris so much that he's confident he can do it. And I'm like, yo, why don't we grow the company more? And E's more on, let's just focus on what we know, but let's continue to learn the business just in case, for whatever reason, we do run into a situation where we can't get Chris and the show needs to go on. You know what I'm saying? Trust me, I think about it all the time. And then I'm at a point where I want to know it so bad so I could confidently tell people, yeah, pour in, because I'm running the show, not just, Chris with his understanding of the fleet. Like, I'm more involved. So that's the main reason why I moved to Lakeland. I'm betting it all. This is me betting it all on this venture and learning it more direct from Chris. Because if I knew what Chris knew or had that relationship with the network, like the network that he has, my software would be like, I'm thinking like software wise, like what can I do with the
Exactly.
software? You know what I'm saying? Like I see a bigger, at least he'll just sees automated trucking, how far it could go. And I think he's not realizing, and I think you see it, that the way you talked to me in the last meeting, you know where I could take this, frenetic.
Bro,
And
100%, bro. Dude,
so
SaaS company, you're looking at an exit, bro. Worst case scenario, 19x. Worst case scenario. So meaning if he's making a million, that's 19, you know what I'm saying? That's 19 M's.
exit.
Obviously, you want to take it to, make fucking let's say 100 M's. Okay, now you're looking at 1.9 billion. You know what
And
I'm saying?
I told you this, I could confidently take this to an M a month this summer. Like that's my goal. Take this thing to an M a month. That's 5,000 users. That's not even. I think it's like, yeah, it's 5,000 users times $200 a month. That's an M a month right there. I could easily do it.
What is
Easily.
500 users for how much?
5,000 users at 200. Like my average cart value is 200, right? And these guys need, like, once they move over to my software, it's like toothpaste. They need it every morning. Like they show up. This is how they know whether the client's paid or not, and stuff like that. So
So
my
500 users times 200, that's
5,000,
that's
5,000.
100,000. Oh,
No,
5,000.
5,000. Yeah. Easily. Easily. And especially with this understanding I'm grabbing from Chris, I'm like doing it through osmosis, learning what he knows, finding more confidence in what he does. It's just for me, it's a win-win. Like I'm winning in all corners.
Bro,
So
like I told you that day, this guy here selling that ring. He's in Tampa too, bro. Selling that ring from Colombia. He pays them 2.5 mil, which is about $600 a month. Okay, $600 a month. They get a shit ton of leads and they get a cold call and sell it. And after a certain, bro, he sells that medical ring. And I say that in parentheses because I don't fucking believe in it. I saw it in Shark Tank, and they kind of like said, no, that's a fucking scam. What that tells you, like your heart rate and cholesterol, and okay, so he sells that.
it's like the Aura ring.
The Aura ring. Yep.
Yes.
So all he did was white label it. He opened a call center here. Okay, and cold call that shit, bro. 6-7 M's a month.
I believe it. I paid for it. It was like $600 for the Aura ring, and I loved it. I stopped using it, but it was just like, mentally you're like feeling better about yourself. So I can imagine.
Exactly. So exactly. He sells it, I think, $500-600, and then like a $49 a month for the app. So you know what I'm saying? So it's a one time and then boom.
The monthly. Let's go.
Exactly, bro. So I was talking to George and I was like, bro, like, if call and if shit, like his shit is really working, yeah, it takes a little bit of money to open a call center. Okay, but as long as we're getting leads of people that want it, bro, it'll be a home run. Just call. And bro, just keep them on that monthly and just scale it. And then like something about exiting companies, bro. You don't want to just fucking scale because you never know when the market just goes up and down, So it's going up, and fucking dude, at least sell half of your company. Have somebody vested in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or sell it by threes, like every quarter. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because you want to cash out, bring it up, cash out, bring it up, and you know what I'm saying? So I always think about like from the exit standpoint and what is the fastest way to get to that exit. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, like right now you're doing everything by yourself, but I'm thinking, bro, if you have cold callers talking to these people, hey, okay, try for a month. If you don't like it, we'll give you your money back. You know what I'm saying? And you just have, bro, this guy has a little over 2,000 people just straight up cold calling. He has the biggest call center in Medellin. Pays him $500 a month.
They speak English? They speak English?
Yeah, yeah.
That's cheap. That's, yo, I mean, you need to know people in that space to get that kind of.
In a way, bro, but dude, look, I'll tell you something. You remember the guy I told you about that's in Pereira, the one that had a big wholesaling operation?
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, he has 200 plus fucking cold callers. Okay, his wholesale deal is a deal if you get the property under contract for 70% of the value, which means if the property is 100K, they get it for 70K. That's what, okay. He only pays, they got to get one a day. He only pays commission after the 30th, after the 30th deal per closer. Okay, what does that mean? I mean, he does pay a little bit more. He pays 3 mil, and he does take them through a month-long class. Okay, why? Because he does, like, the dropout rate, is high because people get their morale goes to the ground.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
so
No.
exactly, he worries on building up the morale for a month. Okay, puts him up on the floor, and then boom, gets rid of the 40%. So he had like a little school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he only keeps top performers. Okay, and bro, I'm thinking, okay, these people are working for 3 mil. They're working for 3 mil a month, which is $750. Okay, and they only get commission of 150,000, which is $40. They get commission after their 30th deal. How much money is he making, bro?
30th deal? Yo, he's
Yeah,
crushing it.
per closer.
And if they leave, like they fall off at 20, I mean, it's not even a lot to lose.
No
Yeah.
commission.
That's not even, yeah.
But you know what he does have though, because I've been to his operation. I spoke to his people before. He brought me to talk to him, to motivate him, and he's always bringing people in to talk. Hey, where you come up from, whatever. He has a good culture leader. Like, bro, like this motherfucker goes in the morning. I don't know if he's on shrimps. I don't know if he's on roid, or he just takes a fucking like 3 Red Bulls before going in. But he goes in the raging, and he's like, everybody on the like, just, bro. It's like it looks like fucking Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh yeah.
Every morning, bro. He gets everybody hyped up. Like it's just crazy, bro. I'll introduce you, bro. Like if you come here to Colombia, I'll introduce you to him.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Bro, so there's Americans building operations like that. Imagine if they're getting houses as like 70% home to value. That's what you consider one deal. And they only get commission at her third deal. So I'm thinking, if yours, which is actually a fucking product that does work, you don't have to buy and then sell and yada, yada, yada. People just got to know about it. Bro, getting a couple cold callers, paying them good, and just call. Bro, that shit can blow up quick.
No, 100%. Listen, I'll say this. I have users begging to get me on the phone. I'm just like so busy. And they're like, everybody's upset. Like when they find about, like, I've out of 10 new users, I probably keep 8 if I talk to them, right? Okay. If I don't talk to them, I keep 2. If I talk to 8 out of 10, they're sticking around. It's problem is I'm spread thin. And the biggest upset is, why aren't you marketing this? I tell them straight up, I'm not ready for that. I need to build a team, the backend team. The moment we plug in a marketing system, I guarantee I will take this market by storm. At least 90% market share. I already know that. I have people telling me that. Like, you need to tell people about this. I'm sticking to the whole Musk model. We just focus on the product so much, it kind of takes off by itself. But at a certain point, I do, like, for me to take the market by storm, and I don't want to give my competition time to catch up. I want to finish the product, dial that thing in, make it like Uber level.
What's left on the product?
So we're switching from the old software to the new software. The new software is I'm gonna break it down even more into smaller pieces. So when I hire developers, they don't have access to the full app. They don't have literally like just access to a certain button or a certain page or a certain part of the code. That's literally what I'm working on. I'm breaking it down to containers. Once I break it down to containers, I can plug in any developer team. They can suck for all I care, but it's gonna be so data entry level system. Like it's gonna be so systematized data entry level coding. You don't have to. I want this so you don't have to think logic. You just got to do what the instructions say. You know what I'm saying? Because the more I give away creative process thinking, that's higher talent, right? That's more the different type of talent you got to find. I want this down to like I can hire rookie developers to write code for me. You know, so that's where I'm at. I think within a month or less of just pure focus, I could break it down to that level, and then I could really, you know, at that point I could scale the shit to the moon and take on. And freight, I'm talking about just auto transport, 5,000 users. Freight, there's 8 million drivers, and there's about, I want to say like 500,000, like 500,000 brokers that could use my software. The market is massive. You know what I'm saying? So, and I took the lessons from Hormozy, all these guys. Get your foot in the door in a small industry, create a name for yourself, which I have. You could Google Krenetic. It has a name for itself. And then
What's it called? What's it called?
Krenetic. Cronetic. With tech relationships with Cox Automotive. They're the biggest auto transport or automobile technology software. They own Manheim, Dealertrack. So I have them in my back pocket. Like they'll vouch for me, help me with any technology. I just have a relationship with anything car related. Has to be through them. But other than that, they'll support me everywhere else. Truck Stop reached out to me. They're waiting for me to tap in. DAT, the two biggest load boards in freight, know who I am. You know what I'm saying? They're just waiting for me to tap in, and they'll mention me to their users. That there's a superior CRM out there that works hand in hand with the biggest load boards in the industry. Like I can't explain it more. Like the automated trucking is cool. It's good money. But
Correct,
Kinetic,
but nah, you're in SaaS.
yeah,
SaaS, if you do it right, it can blow up. You know what I'm saying? SaaS
yeah,
right, but SaaS is where it's at.
100%. That's why he's like, man, why don't you just like sell that thing? I'm like, it's nowhere close to where it needs to be. Two, there's no way how much, like this thing could run so much faster than automated truck. Automated truck, we're going for 1,500 clients, right? Yes, it's a lot of money, but it's not billions. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
We're close to it. Kinetic is, to me, has the highest potential. You know what I'm saying? So that's, the excitement. And I know we spoke about this in Mexico, right? The excitement is there. I just need to delegate a lot of the shit that I know. That's where I'm at right now.
Well, bro,
Are we waiting for the guide 5, or are we just like powwowing it?
no. It's 5 my time. I'm an hour behind.
Oh, okay.
I was telling you, I'm an hour behind. So yeah, so now we're done with this. So I'm gonna talk to them in an hour.
All right.
But yeah, bro, dude, if you wanna fucking, you want our help or whatever, let us know.
All
You
right, we're
know?
like I said, I know I'm gonna work with you. I just like I said, I'm trying to catch up with my shit, delegate a lot of it. I want to be more in a point where I know I have the ideas and I come to you, Alicia. How do we implement this? What do we need? Who do we trust for this role? It's more fun in that space, right? Now I have the
Yeah.
resources, so my ideas are a little bit more valid. You know what I'm saying? Before I had the ideas, just not a lot of resources, so I try to trust people with the ideas. Now the resources and the people, so we're about to go crazy.
Good, bro. Bro, so how's your girl? My girl,
Good man.
she
Uh,
literally has
uh, I was trying to get her in there. Can I see what's her name again?
Salome.
Alame. I know. I was like, I like to get them to say what's up. But her parent. So we're in our new home. Her parents came by to see it for the first time. So she's downstairs entertaining them.
Hola.
Ah, you came anyways. I'll FaceTime you guys. I'll tell her to say what's up.
¿Qué?
She don't speak English, bro.
I know.
Hey,
Tell her. I said.
hey, so I formally asked her out. Dice que ahorita llamo a su esposa, que está un poco ocupada.
Listo.
Eso,
Listo.
hey, I formally asked her out. Because when she went over there, les dije que te pregunté para salir.
She said, yeah.
She's the one that kind of asked me.
Okay.
She's like, so what are we? I'm like, what? Do you want to go out with me? She's like, oh yes, I accept. And I'm like, I wasn't asking. Okay.
She knows that.
I was like, okay. So
Perfect. So
I know.
So you did ask her out. Technically, you did ask her out. It was kind of her.
Oh, no, no, no.
Asking you
So
out, but
when
she
she said
just
yes, yes, I said, I'm gonna formally ask you out. So then like 2 weeks later, I reserved the spa. ¿Cómo es el lugar donde pregunté para salir?
¿Qué?
El lugar donde pregunté para salir.
¿Dónde? Provillos, algo así.
Oh, Provilio, which is the top restaurant in Tulum. So I
Ooh, let's
reserved
go.
there. Yeah, I reserved her and her friend, and then I brought her there. I bought her a dress, and then there were mariachis, and she, I don't know if you saw my story, but then I told her, I'm like, hey, like, you know, you wanted something formal. I'm here asking you for something formal if you want to go out.
Let's
Bro, she
go.
was so nervous. She's like, what? She's like, huh? She got very nervous.
¿Qué?
She's like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, you told me you wanted to fucking. She's like, I don't understand. Like she got so in shock.
Yeah, flustered. Let's go.
Yeah, and then it took a couple of days for her to process. No, she's like, yeah, of course. But then it took her like a couple. It still takes me a couple of days to process, you know.
Let's
Because bro,
go.
I'm not used to asking girls out. I'll be honest. Like I talk to them, okay, you know, we're talking, and then we kind of look like we're like, I don't feel like I have to ask her out. Like, hey, I'm already like, I'm giving you my
Yeah,
time.
it's a thing. Yeah, I think she's tradition. That's a traditional thing. Like,
Yeah.
¿Qué?
Yeah. Que le estoy dando mensaje para salir.
Ay, mentira. Fue.
what you said? No, I don't know what he said. 'Cause I didn't say that. Like, what?
I told her that I told you that she asked me out.
Oh, okay.
You're like, oh, you're like. But anyway, we moved in together, bro. She moved in.
Oh my goodness! Congrats! I'm proud of you guys. Hey, let's go, man. Let's go.
Te tomaste conmigo.
Ah,
Love it. Oh, was that so? Where you guys live now? You live in Medellin,
Yeah. We're in Poblado.
Poblado. Where is that?
Poblado, Medellin is right on there's the center of everything, bro. It's like saying downtown Miami.
All right. Yeah, it's funny because Wilma's mom just came back from Colombia. I forgot what part.
Oh, really? What part?
Literally like 2 days ago. I gotta find out, but they just came back from Colombia. The sister, it was like a sister's thing.
Wow, okay. Well, bro, yeah, bro, fucking she, to be honest, she literally has no friends. Okay.
All right. And then they talk. I think Wilma and her talks though. They chat. I think they chit chat.
She's like, what are you saying? No dije nada. Vaya para casa y ahorita. Oh yeah, I put her for her to learn take English lessons.
What app is she using?
No, it's through a school over here. They're certified board of
Oh,
education.
okay.
Yeah, but bro, they use an app. Like, oh, here's your homework. Go to this app and fucking take 3 lessons. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, we gotta come up there. Now I know who to lean on.
bro, you gotta come over here, bro. Also to show you, bro, like for me, it's mind blowing that this guy makes 6 to 7 M's a month, and I'm talking about clean. Okay, and I know these numbers are real because so I met the dude before. He lives in Tampa, and he lives in Tampa. He's like he has like 2 private jets. Okay, he comes back and forth.
All right.
So his best friend is a girl that I grew up with husband. They're also in Tampa. They have clinics, like health clinic, like man's health clinic in Tampa. Okay, they own a few of them.
Nice.
His best friend is this guy. Okay, and they come back and forth, like they come here for a weekend or whatever. Okay, so she's like, oh, we're doing this, we're doing that. He has a house here in Las Palmas, which is a very upscale place. And then I researched his company. I'm like, what the fuck is he saying? And then I went into it. The way he portrays it is he's a medical research company. Okay.
Yeah, that's a medical research device if you think about it. So like he's on the radar, FDA and all that stuff. Like he had to jump through some hoops.
Exactly. He jumped through so many loopholes, but I mean, it's making it work. You know what I'm saying? So medical research company, bro, they're all fucking cold callers. Okay, the one that runs the call center is his wife's sister. Like, I'll be honest, he has a good operation. Me and the guy, he's just a little bit arrogant to me, bro. You know, bro, like I heard when I sat with him, I asked him, bro, where's your accent from? Because hear an accent. He's like, I don't have an accent. And I was like, okay. And then later on, my friend told me, oh no, he's from London. And I'm like, I knew I heard his fucking accent. I've been to London. I'm like, I knew I heard his fucking accent before.
Yeah.
And I'm like, whatever. Yeah.
I guess he's not really too big of a people. It sounds like he's not too big of a people person to say that.
I'm not. Yeah, dude. You know, I sometimes I come out a little bit tough. You know, and if you don't know me, I can come out like, who the fuck is this guy? You know.
Yeah, but that's I mean, no question to like that's a conversation starter. Where you from? Oh, I'm from here. Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah, but I didn't say, yo, where's your accent from? She's like, I have no accent. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay. I know I heard an accent. I'm not fucking, you know what I'm saying?
I get it.
But whatever. It is what it is. Anyways, Colin, I'll let you go, bro. I'll let you do it. I know you're busy. I'll let you know, bro. I'll keep in contact. I'll keep in touch with what this guy says. Okay, I'm gonna meet with him in an hour.
Sweet. Yeah, I'm on my phone most part of the day. If not, I'm on the phone. So just let me know. Open book.
All right, bro. Well, congrats on your move, bro.
Hey, congrats on your thing with Salome. Like,
I know, right?
So,
I mean, bro, to be honest, I like me when I talk to a girl, I only talk to one girl. Obviously, because I grew up and I did the whole player thing before, you know.
yeah.
But when I focus myself on just one female, it hasn't really gone that well, you know. So I'm like very like careful.
Yeah, I think you always gotta be. You always gotta keep your sword sharp. Never, never become dull. You stay the same person as you are. Focus on yourself,
Exactly.
and just let your partner know that we're growing. We're growing. As long as the partner's growing too, I think it all works out. That's the hardest part, right? Most partners kind of just get comfortable, but no, like if you're not growing, you're dying. So that's my experience. I noticed the partners that were deadbeats were the worst ones because idle minds. Devil loves devil. Like how's the saying go? Misery loves company. Devil loves misery. Like if you're not positive, we're gonna have problems. So I think that it's all up to the man to keep that vision alive. And she's cool. She seems cool as hell. She's quiet, collected, ain't like flashy or anything like that. Those are the best in my eyes. Not the ones looking for the Louis V, to impress their friends. Like, no, let's just have a good time and have fun together and do our thing. You know what I mean? And the experience. I think heartbreak, if you don't have a heartbreak in your life, you're not going to find the right partner because heartbreak teaches you a lot of things.
Yeah, it teaches you a lot.
Yeah. About yourself and about the partner that you should have and stuff like that. So
that I used to be destitute back in Orlando. Like
yeah.
dude, I got married young. And then she cheated on me, bro. And then at that time I couldn't find a job, bro. It was fucking crazy. I was like searching, looking, and every day waking up at 5 to go to fucking look for jobs, like construction jobs. I said this back in 08 when shit was tough, back in 08
shit was rough then. Oh, it got crazy, yeah.
Got crazy, yeah, dude. And then my ex cheated on me and I was like, what the fuck? And then I started selling timeshares in Orlando.
All right, that's a hustle. That's a real hustle.
It's a real dog. I'm having timeshares over the phone.
Oh, not even in person.
Not even in person, bro. So like at that time, I had to walk people through showing the place online, showing that we are legit to the Better Business Bureau, show them documents, warm them up for 2 days, talk to them later, and it was a whole bunch of BS.
Yeah, that's tough, man.
It was tough, bro. I became #1 in the company, bro.
If you can convince somebody over the phone to buy property, you're a G. That's what I see. Like, I don't care who you are. You're a G to convince. It was cold leads too? Or kind of?
It was leads that were already ran. They would give everybody the leads, and then after it came to me, it had all crossed. Like, I'm like, fuck,
Oh,
because they really work them,
That's crazy. I mean, you're a G. If you pull it off, you're a G. That doesn't. I don't care who you are.
But I was 18 at that time.
You're what?
That I was 18 at that time.
18? I mean, that's when you get either you got it or you don't at that age.
Bro, but I remember those times were tough, bro. Like, I was so in shock about everything. Like, no job, commission only, girl cheating on me that I just didn't even have time to stop and think about it. I just had to push. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was like, okay, she's cheating. Okay, what can I do this job, I have to make it work because if not, I'm not gonna eat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. While carrying that mental stress of what or all that.
Oh, bro, it was
Disaster.
fucking. I don't wish that shit to nobody, bro.
Yeah, that's the worst. Been there, trust me.
Yeah, it is what it is. Anyway, bro. So, Colin, we'll be in touch, bro. I'll let you know. I'll keep you up to date on what these people say, and yeah, to see if I bring you in and if there's like no conflict of interest, if it can be done, you know. So,
Let's go. Yeah, I'll ask my questions and do my part. That's what I can find.
right, Colin. Well, good talking to you, bro. We'll be in
All right,
touch.
brother. We'll be in touch, brother. Take it easy.
Talk to you soon. Bye bye.
Bye.
Harold, you can stop the recording.